Hatchapu, Hatchapu, Hatchapu. Runefer, Runefer. Looking forward to getting it in with you today. We got our Adumbration coming in. You know what's happening today? All right. So glad you're here with us today. So fortunate to have your presence. We are going to ask if you get an opportunity to like, share, hit the bell, get our notifications when we aren't, and we're not sending a bunch. We're sticking to our class schedule. So you'll be able to know exactly when the new one goes up and get in with it. Today, I'm repping our Raw Life Defense Urban School of Self-Defense Snooker Jiu-Jitsu sweatshirt. You can get these over at them on their social media. Yes, it's that brisk in here. You got a little breeze blowing. So as many of you know, it's not the temperature change that has impact for me. It's the moisture and the wind. So I'm protected a little bit more from the wind right now. And I like to rock our sister sweatshirt. So you can get those, and I'll even throw them someplace where you can get at them. Now, we're going to get started today. We're going to start, of course, with our all over body check-in, abbreviated, Asar stance, abbreviated. We're going to get into some Qigong, and again, abbreviated because we're doing the whole short form. So we're going to do these other pieces are going to be a little abbreviated as we go on because we want to fit them within a time that we feel is ideal for you as practitioners. All right. So what we want to remind at the top, and we'll do it again, a SAR stance, you want to be working towards 20 minutes at a time. The full Qigong sets are on previous videos. We'll start pointing those out. So you have them if you need the whole full out. And then we're going to start breaking the class and restructuring the class in the Western calendar year of 2023. So you'll know what's happening in the session, whether it'll be an emphasis on Qigong, an emphasis on the form, breaking down particular transitions in the form. So we begin to aid you all in your practice of Yang's Tai Chi Chuan, right? So without that, then we have our breathing exercise, our wisdom from the sages of the ages, and our Shaashaa. And let's get it in. All right. Let's get right to our Shaashaa. Excuse me, let me get my blades out of the way. All right. So while we're here, I'm going to start from feet parallel, shoulders width. And we say to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. All right. So now we're ready. Hands up, shift the weight, pick up that left foot, and draw a circle with it. Change direction. Place it down, heel first. Wiggle the toes. Starting with the big toe by itself, on into the second toe, all the way down to the pinky toe. Shift the weight, make sure that foot is flat. And we come on to your right foot. Draw a circle with the foot. And change direction. Sit it down, heel first. Wiggle the toes. One toe at a time, starting with the big toe. Working your way down to the pinky toe. Get those feet balanced, dropping the hands and arms, and working that shoulder. All right, take it to the front. Right, the other shoulder. And to the front. All right, now we're going to do the left hand. And go the other direction. Remember, we want full range of motion all the way down as far as you can, up and around as far as you can. Wiggle the fingers, one at a time. Switching hands again. Opposite direction. Remember, we want full range of motion. Wiggle those fingers, one at a time. Bring it on down. Now we're going to work the head and neck from the left to the right with the breathing. All right, looking over the left shoulder, you're going to take the chin down and up, looking over the left shoulder, taking the chin down and up. All right, looking over the right shoulder, taking the chin up and down. Front and center, and take the chin down and up. Take it around in a circle. Your next in breath, take your head the opposite direction. And on your next in breath, bring it right back to front and center. All right, Wu Chi position. Pyramid hands. Going to go into Asar stance. So you can either go right here at the feet parallel, shoulders width. That's where you started. Let's stay there. Or you go a little wider than shoulders width. This is where you are currently. Sit down on those legs. 12 breaths. Pyramid hands. Let's shift all the weight to that right leg and slide the left foot into Wu Chi position. Drop the arm, shake it out, opposite hand, opposite leg. Excellent. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Good. Into the calf position. 2 breaths. Palms facing forward, 2 breaths. Lift and pivot into the dua. 4 breaths. Stepping back. Pivot. And into the gathering. All right. Shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Feet parallel, shoulders width. Then we go into the short form, sinking down as you exhale. And begin. All right. Now, shake it out. Opposite hand, opposite leg. Gonna get down real quick. We got to stick with this. Keep it moving. Simple kneeling. Toes, heels, knees together. And we come on back. Hands on top of the thighs. Buttocks on top of the heels. We go for the secondary stretch. Curl the toes underneath. Toes, heels, knees together. We come back. Again, buttocks on top of heels. And the hands in here. Tuck the chin. And let it go. On down, hands here. Get our simple push-up position. There we go. Breathing out on the way down, in on the way up. Here we go. All right, come on back. All right. Now we're going to have a seat. We'll do it from here today because I want you to see quickly, because the weather across the country has been, and by country, I mean the United States. So I know this is going out internationally, so we love y'all in other parts of the world that are here with us. But this particular one is being done because of the unseasonably cold. And folks may be indoors for a while. So I want to come in and bring it back for us so that we have an opportunity to understand your body will keep itself warm if you do the work necessary, not have a lot of breezes blowing. The tools that we utilize in terms of the breathing exercises, the bellows breathing, are excellent to begin your journey in understanding temperature change. All right. And it's a marvelous way to begin that understanding and deepening that understanding. All right. So first off, I want to get that out there. And there are ways that you can get the body so that it can manage those things. But one of the things is to guard against wind and to guard against. And so as you're newer, part of the reason we're doing this is even though the house may be warm, the heat rises. And so being on the floor for long periods of time is not necessarily good for the body. And so I'll be talking about that in our fasting prep because we're going to have our fast starts on Saturday. So I want to be able to get that in with folks so they have a clear understanding about that. All right, excellent. So we're just going to sit tall and breathe. 4 breaths, it's right here. Exhale through the mouth. Nose only. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. All right, we just want to be able to get the body back. Now, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to show you, this is from our Qi face self massage. You rub the hands in a circular motion. You see the palms getting hot with fire. See them blazing. And then when you can't take it anymore, you place the palm ridge here, the palm here. You place it right on top of this bone. You place it in both hands and you just put them right here. and it will open up the nasal passages around there from that heat. Okay? And so particularly those of us that may have shorter noses, flatter, shorter noses, this way in opening the nasal passages, because what happens is as the weather gets cold, our body starts to adapt. And so that means that some of the nasal passages will kind of inflame a bit to slow down the cold air from getting into the body. It's a protection. Okay. So just remember, you're in a good place. You can actually do that to allow it to relax, give yourself some comfort. Okay. Because of the nasal passages being where they are, that's one of the reasons you need to keep the face warm. Okay. All right. Now let's get to our wisdom from the sages of the ages. The essence of Tai Chi, the literary tradition. I believe this is from the Song of the 13 Postures. It says, think over carefully what the final purpose is, to live longer and be eternally young. The song consists of 140 characters. Each character is true, and the meaning is complete. If you do not study in this manner, then you'll waste your time and sigh. And so you're probably listening now going, well, that sounds like a conclusion. What does it mean? And so it talks about steady. And so what I'm going to do is, this is a very short song. So I'm going to read the whole thing so that way we're able to put it in context, okay? And the 13 postures are basically the 8 trigrams and the 5 directions, or it's different head positions. We can get into it. You've heard them before, but we'll go here. So here we go. The 13 postures should not be taken lightly. The source of the postures lies in the waist. Be mindful of the insubstantial and substantial changes. The breath spreads throughout without hindrance. Being still, when attacked by the opponent, be tranquil and move in stillness. My changes, caused by the opponent, fill him with wonder. Study the function of each posture carefully and with deliberation. To achieve the goal is very easy. Pay attention to the waist at all times. Completely relax the abdomen, and the breath rises up. When the coccyx is straight, the spirit goes through to the head top. To make the whole body light and agile, suspend the head top. Carefully steady. Extension and contraction, opening and closing should be natural. To enter the door and be shown the way, you must be orally taught. The practice is uninterrupted, and the technique is achieved by self-study. Speaking of the body, what is the standard for its function? The mind and breath are king. The bones and muscle are the court. Think over carefully what the final purpose is, to live longer and be eternally young. The song consists of 140 characters. Each character is true and the meaning is complete. If you do not study in this manner, then you'll waste your time and sigh. All right. Teachings of Ptahhotep. There we go. Do not be proud and arrogant with your knowledge. Consult and converse with the ignorant and the wise, for the limits of art are not reached. No artist ever possesses that perfection to which they should aspire. Good speech is more hidden than greenstone, yet it may be found among maids at the grindstones. And then our lesson from Lao Tzu, Dao Te Ching. Self-imposed abstinences. Which is more dear, fame or health? Which is more valuable, health or wealth? which is more baneful, gain or loss? Excessive love is bound to cause great expense. Immense hoarding is bound to end in heavy loss. One who knows contentment is free from disgrace. One who knows when to quit will be free from peril. They can endure a long time. With that, I want to thank you. We've had a wonderful journey this Western calendar year. We got a few more sessions coming up. Again, this is a Western calendar year in terms of the calendar for my people and my practices. We're about maybe 3-4 months in. You know, it's a wonderful time to be alive. Enjoy the holidays, these holy days from your practices. In the event I'm not with you and we aren't able to celebrate them. Take care during this time. Take care of yourself. While it is a time of being with family, being with relatives, this is also a time for you to practice enforcing your boundaries. This is also a time for you to exercise how to speak in ways that enforce your boundaries without harming others as much as possible. That's what this time is about. Help them know who you are in ways that show the light from where you're coming. Hold on to your practices, excuse me, because they will help you as chaos swirls around. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me, us today. Let's bow out and we say, to all the masters that have gone before us, we bow. Teacher to student, student to teacher. Ashe. Respect to the ancestors and homage to the eternal witnesses of the earth and sky. I bid you Hatep, Harun Affair, good day. Ankh Uja, Saneb, life, health, and strength. Amin Ray Nasut Nache, Ratan Ray Neb, and Ankh. That's a who? Anuk I am. Saban Pukamut. Hem Nacher Shamsu Amin Ra Im Sashini Heshanu Kara Neth Amin Ra. That's a who?